Hi, welcome back. I'm Tina from It's a Wonderful Plan. Today I'm going to be resetting my reference planner. I have gone through my reference planner already and I have done a little bit of housekeeping on it. So by resetting this, not only am I going to be putting on like a new cover and have like a new aesthetic to it, but I have also changed out some of the sections. And the theme we're using is this beautiful nautical seaside theme that we received from the June subscription box. Now, if you're curious to see what I got in that, I will have that video linked for you down below, as well as the other reference planner setup videos that I have done in the past. Now, I am an affiliate of Jane's Agenda, so if you do decide to sign up for their subscription box or to make a purchase, I do have my affiliate link down below. Thank you so much to those of you that have already used it, and thank you so much for thinking about using it on your next purchase. So I have everything already in order, and I actually just have this dashboard sitting on top of this because I have this beautiful cover underneath that I want to share with you, but we're going to have a lot of glare. So I want to turn the light down for you so that way you could see it nice and clearly, hopefully. I love it. It has all of these quotes on here. Live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air, sea, air, and sun. The light you give out will come back to you. And it has these really beautiful like line art images of these whales. I love this. So this is a clear cover. It is a like a plastic material, and then there is a back cover, which I'm going to grab that because we're going to put on the front and the back cover first, and then we will go ahead and fill it in. All right, so let me move this to the side here, and let's take a look at the back cover, which it has the beautiful whales on here with the line arts, and I'm hoping that you can see that pretty clearly. Now I am going to turn the light back on, so I apologize for the glare. I will try to hold things to the side so you can kind of see them, without that ring lights. Hopefully you could see that. It's really, really pretty. And then here's the front cover as well, with a little bit more light, but not directly on it. Now these covers, receive them, as I mentioned, in the subscription box. So Jane does offer 3 subscriptions, and she does have a monthly cover club option if you wanted to just get the covers. And then there's a planner and subscription lifestyle option, and then there's the deluxe, which is what I like to get because I like to get everything. Now these covers do have a protective film on them. I've already taken it off of the front cover, but I need to take it off the back cover, and you see that I'm using these tweezers, which work really nicely. And I do like to, it's usually easier to pick them up like from the punched edge, and this one is actually really like tightly adhered on here. Some of them are not. It really just depends on how they get cut. But the film is only on the inside of the cover. So this is the back cover that I'm removing the film from. And this one, I know the front one also was a little bit like trickier, but I like to remove these pretty slowly because if you don't do that, you sort of end up with all of this little plastic like all over the place. And you're probably wondering, well, why am I kind of going across? I have discovered over time of doing this that if you started at this end with a tweezer, that is the first tip. The second tip is to work my way across this way and to take off the straight edge first because that peels off a lot smoother generally. Then I will move to the punched side, and then I will take my time there as well. This one is really like stuck on here. Sometimes they just come off a lot easier, but it just kind of is what it is. So there we go. And then now here's where I'm going to kind of take my time, because if I like pull the Band-Aid off, rip it really quickly, then all of these little plastic pieces tend to get like stuck by the punched edge, and then I end up chasing around all these little plastic pieces because of the static electricity and all of that. See, like this little piece got stuck. So if there's a little bit that got stuck, not because I ripped it quickly, just because this one happens to really be like adhered on there. So yeah, that's why I kind of like slow down, like to show you this process. It's just really kind of like tips that I like to share with you along the way of things that I have made mistakes and have learned from. So here's my front and my back cover, and I want to start off by putting this together. So these can be a little tricky at times, so this is a little bit of a different technique that I am trying, where I'm putting the front and the back cover on at the same time. Let's see. I feel like if they're like kind of off, you can kind of like squeeze them on. I'm going to move these over here for better working. Just kind of like slowly do this. It's really the material that you just want to be careful with. You don't want to be too quick with it because it can bend, and then that's not very nice. So I love these covers, but they definitely come with a little bit more like TLC. And I want to make sure that you are aware of that so you don't like snap them on really quickly, because I'd hate for you to damage them. So here we go. Now I decided to go with the chocolate 2-inch discs. These are so pretty. I love that. I think it's going to look really, really pretty when all is said and done. And generally at this point, I would slide this into my planner wrap that I would be using. But I just ordered it. I ordered a planner wrap. It's the peacock color. I think it's going to look so pretty, but I don't have it just yet. So once I have it, I will obviously put my planner into it. But for now, I do not have a planner wrap. I could use the shell color that I have, but I'm making some changes to my planners because we're getting some really interesting and exciting things in the subscription boxes. And I want to make sure that I'm kind of planning a little bit ahead for those items. If you want to make sure to not miss anything that I share with you from Jane, be sure that you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell. This next one is this beautiful dashboard. It is double-sided with 2 different images on each side, and I just love this one right here layered under the cover. So I'm going to pop this one in here, and I am so excited about that look. I think that looks so pretty with like the chocolate bringing out like the neutrals in here, and then this beautiful like teal color of the sea glass. I think that is so pretty. And then this calm of just the beach there looking out into the water. And I have this card, this journaling card: set your course by the stars, not by the lights of every passing ship. So I really like that, and I'm going to put that one right over here, and that will give that, it's like a nice background for that. So I'm going to use my magnetic clip. Now this unfortunately is no longer available. This is from Jane. Everything that I have here is from her shop. And this one is a reversible. I like that it has like the 2 different tones. So I'm able to use it, either with a gray side or with the bone neutral side. So I'm going to use that neutral side. And I'm going to put this I'm going to put the clip there, and then I'll put the little card underneath. I want to make sure it's not covering anything up on this side. And then I'm going to slip this under here. And one of my tips for you is that if for any reason you have like cards that are not really like secure, you feel like there might be like a little loosey on here, my tip for you is to use a little washi on the back side. So I have some washi tape that I took off of some other things. So I will repurpose the washi because, of course, if it still has the adhesiveness on it, then I could still reuse it. So what I'll do is I'll roll it back onto itself like that, and then I will just sneak it under here. Well, actually, I'm going to take the card off. It's just easier, and put it right there. That way I could set that there. So it has the clip there. I like to have my clip, generally a magnetic clip on the front here. I don't like to use the metal clips on here because I am afraid that they would scratch. So if you have seen my other videos, I always use magnetic clips whenever I'm using my clear covers like this. All right, so this is another beautiful dashboard that we received in the subscription box, and I love that. It's white, and it says Explore, and then this dashboard I thought would be so beautiful underneath that. We received that as well in the subscription, but this one also has a protective film on it that I need to take off. So I'm going to take this one off next and see how this goes. She has done a clear like this material in a dashboard. I love it. We've been getting them like the covers, and I am so excited about having it in the dashboard size. The covers are definitely a little bit bigger because the covers are meant to cover everything, including the tabs on the side of your planner, so that way things are all like tucked in. And this one being a dashboard is the size of the regular dashboards and the inserts and everything inside the planner. So I love this. I think this is so pretty. It was really hard for me to decide, like, what I wanted to layer underneath this one. But I really like this here. Now, this is a little bit thinner material than the cover. So by it being a little thinner, makes it a little bit more like pliable. And generally, when I am trying to figure out what I'm going to put in my planner, I will get everything gathered together and I will put it in a stack, and I will figure out the order of things and the tabs and the dashboards and all of the things before I actually start loading it onto my discs. By doing that, it really does preserve the integrity of the dashboards, of the inserts, because you're not going like in and out of the discs a lot. So that is a big tip that I have for you. Figure everything out before you start loading it onto the discs. I really like the way that that looks. Generally, whenever I set up any planner, I like to have this type of setup where I have a few layers attached with the cover with a nice clean flip, because even though I love all of the layers, I don't want to actually have to flip through all of the layers to get into the planner itself. So by having it all connected like this, it's just one nice flip. And then I do like to have like kind of like a story when I open this up. So whatever that is. And in this case, it happens to be like a beautiful like travel story here. And I think that that is so pretty. And I really love the way that the brown, the chocolate discs like work with like this more antique looking vintage type of design dashboard here. I think that that is so pretty. All right, so that is my kind of like my guideline for myself whenever I'm setting up my planner. Now, obviously, however you set yours up is going to be to your own personal preference. You might want to have something super functional the minute you open up your planner. So whatever you want to open up your planner to, but I definitely encourage you to have like, when you first open it up, it's got to be like, it's got to give you that like feeling, like, wow, I love this, So this is the feeling that I love for myself. So that's what I have there. I'm really happy with that. And then behind that, I am going to be putting in this vellum that we got this earlier in the year for 2025. I really like that. And I'm going to lay that over my 2025 calendar here. I have a page here with a full calendar. And on the back side, I do have holidays on here. And I am going to use this little paper clip to keep them together because I don't want to have to flip things. And then this is more of an aesthetic for me. Honestly, I very rarely look at the full like year like that, but I really like the way that it looks. And I really like that I can see this with like one flip here. It's nice and convenient for me. Now, another tip that I want to give you is that when you are using paper clips with magnetic clips, you want to just be conscious of the placement of them. So my magnetic clip is in the center here, but my paper clip is off to the side, because if I had it in the center, my might end up grabbing the paper clip, so it's not going to flip the way that I want it to. So that's just definitely a planner tip for you to make sure that you are being conscious of the placements. Generally, when I start off my planners, there are definitely more decorative, and then I start working my way into like functional sections of the planner. The next thing that I'm going to be putting in here is my inbox. Now, some of these items going forward, including this right here, these are just items that I had previously that I'm bringing in. I don't know if this is even available anymore. This is a hybrid. The hybrids are just like this, the width of a sticky note. And then of course, they do extend out. So they're also like a page binder here at the top. And I really like this one. It's super like general. I've used it for all of my reference planner setups. It's just worked out really well. And I like that it has that like little detailing of like, it's kind of like a coppery foil on here. And I think it looks really pretty with the brown discs. And then this is a new dashboard that we got from the subscription box. And this is the same image on the other side. And I am putting that one in here. I actually took out my personal stuff. So I have this inbox insert, the page, just really kind of the cover page and how you can use them. That's the tutorial on the back side. Jane is really good about that with inserts. You will find from time to time there's like example tutorials on the inside of like the cover page. I do have this clear side tab and I labeled it inbox. So you're probably wondering, well, why do I have like double? Why do I have like an inbox here on that hybrid, and then I have this tabbed divider with inbox? And like huge with using sticky notes, so I'll write things out and then I need a place to stick them. I like to put them on the clear dashboard and it works out really well. And then this is the actual insert itself for an inbox. I take all my little notes that I have on sticky notes, and then I write them in here, and then I will go ahead and categorize them as to like urgent, next actions, scheduled, delegated, which they're never delegated because this is like my own personal planner, so I don't really have anybody to delegate it to unless I ask my husband to do it. A project, a reference, someday, and then canceled. So I will like log things in here and I do use the sections accordingly. But again, I don't have that to share with you because it is personal stuff. So whenever I do these like refreshes or setups for my reference planner, I will take out like my personal index section, but I do want to make sure that I share with you how it's set up. I want to talk a little bit about the tabs. I have all of my side tabs are for my main sections, and then any subsections within there will have top and bottom tabs, and I will alternate within the section. My inbox section. The next section I have here is going to be my personal section, and this is 3 layers. So I have my clear side tabs here with a label on there. I have this Vellum Beautiful and Savage, and then I have this dashboard, which I'm going to turn this around so you can see the image better, but I really don't want to like deconstruct it. I just want to share with you the layers that I have. I like to have the different layers, but I also like to have it be a very functional flip for me. So when I come over here, I want to be able to flip and go right into my section here and not have to flip through like 3 layers of things. So I always clip things like that together. Sometimes they'll have a journaling card attached to them, and other times they're just clipped together the way that I have it right there. Okay, within my personal section, I have these little tip-ins. I'm not sure if these are available anymore. If you have any questions about any of the products that I have in here, I will go ahead and answer them to the best of my ability, but some of these items just may no longer be available in the shop. And I'm so sorry. I don't know why the name of this is just escaping me right now, but I want to keep moving forward. But there's 12 of them here. I like to use these for birthdays. It's a really good reference for me to keep track of birthdays. And then this right here, I have all of of these subsections in here. So I'm using these top tabs, these beautiful, beautiful metal tabs. I love these. And I did get these from Jane's, one of her subscription boxes quite some time ago. I have kept them in my planner forever. And I was told by somebody that they are actually available on Amazon. So I do have a link for them. If you really like these and you want to like add these to your planner, I will go ahead and drop that down below for you in my Amazon favorites section. You can find that there. And these are just all of my little subsections that I have in here. And I'm actually going to pop them in and then I will share with you what they are. And that way you kind of have an idea. And these are really just perfect to use on like one page or like a cardstock. Like this is a cardstock, but it's not a decorative dashboard. I don't recommend using these on any of your decorative dashboards or any of your plastic or laminate or anything like that, or even your vellum. They are very secure, so they will like end up leaving marks on your pages. So that's the one thing I want to make sure that you know about. They're very beautiful, but I only use them on like single pages or on cardstock dashboard that is not doesn't have an image on it. All right, so this first one right here is my schedule of an ideal day, an ideal week. On the back side, I got this insert from her a long time ago. This is my order tracker, which is kind of all crazy because I think I had started a page and I didn't realize, and I started another page. So that's why I kind of have two pages that are like one half is done and the other half isn't, but I didn't want to like waste the section. So I just, I keep it in there like that. And then the next one here I have is shows and movies to watch. My wish list. So these are things that I like take notes for my shopping, anything that I'm looking to purchase, I'll put in here. This one is affirmations of wealth. So this is an insert that we have received again in the past from her in another subscription box. Mindfulness and presence. So I really liked both of these. So that's the reason why I have them with the little tabs on there. And they're just great references to look back on and reread from occasion. So I really like those inserts. All right, so the next section or subsection, I should say, because I'm still in my personal section. So just to review back, I have my tab for personal, and then I have my little subsections, and those are all under these little top tabs. And then my next subsection over here, I have these I love these tabs. This material, it's like a plastic material. It's super, super like flexible. It's really lightweight. These like beige color ones, and you can use them as top tabs, or I like to flip them here. I'm using them as bottom tabs. So this first one is reminders. So I'm going to pop that in here. And 30 ways to maximize time management. Love that. And I have my annual, seasonal, quarterly reminders in here. Now, some of these inserts are available that you could pick these up, but in all honesty, this whole planner really came to existence because of all of this like information that Jane has given us in the subscription boxes over the years. And I value all of the time and energy that she and her team have put in to creating all of this information for us. And I really didn't want to just like put it somewhere like where it was going to be out of sight, out of mind. So honestly, that's how this reference planner came into existence. And it has been wonderful. I love having a place to house all of this information and refer back to it. And I just really, really like it. Now, this one is the Cleanup Champion. And I don't know, reminders. Yeah, I think I'll keep this under here. I had pretty much gone through everything in this planner before I started like loading it here with you. But I just saw this one and I thought, do I want to move it? But no, I still like where that one is at. This next one is a reading list. And again, just with all of these inserts that we have gotten. And I would love to know if you are a subscriber to Jane's subscription boxes, her monthly subscription boxes. I know I mentioned earlier that she has like 3 different options. I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt myself for a second. So that was reading list, and now I'm moving on to my seasonal section here. Okay, so let's go back to talking about the subscription boxes. I really love getting the deluxe box. The deluxe box gives you like the covers, the dashboard set, and then there's a page finder. This is the page finder that we got for June. And I really love getting that because I get all of those items that you would get like in the monthly cover club, and then all of the items that you would get in the planner and lifestyle option. So I like the deluxe. I get all of that. And over the years, I have just accumulated all of these amazing inserts. So you could see that you really do get quite a lot of products with just by being a subscriber. So I'd love to know if you are a subscriber, what subscription you're in, and if you're not, then what you might be interested in or what you're thinking might work well for you. All right, let's move on to my next section. So I'm done with my personal section. This next section is notes. It is just notes. It's probably my biggest section in this planner. I take a lot of notes all the time, and I love having a section just for that. And the way that I have this one set up is, again, we've got some layers in here. So I've got my side tab divider, which is the clear. It's part of the set. You get a set of 6 if you get the dividers, the side tab dividers. Then I have this card here, quality over quantity. And then I have this beautiful vellum. This is like one of my favorite items. It is these beautiful Mustangs. And on the back of that, I have this dashboard. Now, this can be layered over like really just different things. And then you get like, you kind of get like a different vibe depending on what you have layered behind it. But I really like this. It works really well for like this whole setup. It looks really nice with the chocolate discs. So I am going to keep that the way that it is. And then if you notice here, I have a clip, right? Well, it's moving around because I was moving around, but I have a clip here, and on the back side, I have put this piece of washi to keep the clip from moving around. Again, we're back to that beautiful layering. I love that, but I also need to have the functionality of having the one flip. And this, by putting this washi on the clip, it really helps keep everything in place because then the clip doesn't slide around. Okay, this is my notes section. I'm going to fill this and I'll be right back. You can see that I did load up quite a lot of notes in here. And now at the back end, I have my extra notes. I want to add in a page finder in here. So I'm going to grab this beautiful page finder. Look how pretty that looks. I love that it's like on this clear material. I already took off the back protective film because any of these clear items, like the clear plastic items, will have protective films on them. There we go. So pretty. Okay, so now this particular note, I love this. It has the months across the top. It's got the days of the month up to 1 to 31. And then it has a little section there for heading, and it is a dot grid. And it is so super versatile. I really, really like these notes. I think what I'm going to do is some of the items that are like my favorites, I'm going to go ahead and link those items down below for you. So that way you have an easy way to find them. So I do have like all of my sections pretty much in order here. Let's just go and look here. You could see them. I am missing kind of like this middle tab. So even though I don't have like the next cascading tabbed dashboard here, I'm fine with that. This one was already set up for home, so I'm not going to like switch out my labeling. It's not that important to me. Obviously, that's a personal preference. So if that is something that would bother you, then, then of course you'd have to like unstick the headings, the labels, and then re-adhere them onto, if you move it around. So I generally will not relabel things. I'll just deal with if it's out of like a particular like cascading order. certain things will bother one person and they may not bother the next person. And you know how that goes. So whatever you feel comfortable doing, then you do that. I have this beautiful vellum, hold on to your vision. And I haven't used this yet. It's so, so pretty. I love it. It's printed with the white ink. I love that. And then layered over this beautiful like vintage camera. So I think that that is so pretty. So I'm going to put that in here. And I want to clip this. So I think I'm going to use this little teardrop clip that I have here. And when I do these clips, I like to place them near where the tab is at, because I have learned that if I place them like up here or somewhere else, when I pull the tab, it gives this like weird little like flyaway. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See how that like, it does this weird like separation here. I don't like that. So I will bring it over here. Now this one, I am kind of breaking my rule. I generally don't like to put paper clips on like clear stuff, but I have used these enough and I'm careful enough that I'm okay with that. So I'm going to come over here to my little washi graveyard, if you will, and I'm going to grab a piece of washi because this one will work really nicely, and I'm going to put that on the back, and that looks so pretty actually, even with that. And now I have a nice clean flip. So I love that. Okay, and then what I'm bringing in here is a weekly 28, and this is a weekly cleaning routine. So this is a really, really cool insert on the back. It's got Jane's magic cleaning routine. So she's got her tips there. All right, so here's the weekly cleaning schedule, and I have mine filled out here. And I'm gonna grab all of these and put those in here because this is all going under my home section. And then this next one that I have, since this is the home section, this is like the main section, now I have a subsection, which that's what I'm using this right here. It was like a top tab frosted tab dashboard that I just flipped, and now I'm using it at the bottom. It does have like this little like colored tab on here, but I never wrote anything on here. I was kind of keeping it more at the front of my reference planner as kind of like a currently section, but now I rotated it back and I am bringing my home section to a little bit further back here. But I am also grabbing this vellum, which I've had this for a little bit, but I love it. Being organized isn't about getting rid of everything you own. It's about finding the balance between too much and just enough. And I love that. And I am going to use it over this beautiful vintage record player. I love that. And I need a clip for this one as well. And I have this one here, this little like diamond looking. I think that this might work well. Again, you see that I'm putting it near where the tab is at. And I'm gonna grab another little piece of washi here. And hopefully this will be big enough for this. I might need a new piece of washi, but we'll see. We'll see if I can make this one work. It is a little small, but you know what? I'm going to go with it. I'm going to see how it works out. If it becomes an issue, then I know I just need to cut a bigger piece there for myself. Okay, so this is a really nice insert, and this is available 12 weeks to reset your home. I will quickly go through this with you as I load it in here. This is all part of one insert, 15-minute ideas to reset your home. And the next part of that is a cleaning supplies inventory. There's a natural cleaning supplies on the back, daily gratitude for your home, front and back. Then there's a seasonal declutter checklist for spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And I believe that all of this is available in an insert that you could pick up. Now, as you could see, there's a lot of information that Jane and her team have put together for us. And I did receive this in a subscription box. It is a wealth of information that I don't want to just put away and not have at my fingertips. So This reference planner is perfect to keep all of these amazing inserts all in one place. This next section is meeting notes, and I already have this like together with this beautiful dashboard here and then this vellum underneath. Don't be afraid to take up space. And this is a little bit of a different side tab. This one says meetings. This was already made, and this does come in a set of 3. There's meetings, which I have here, and then I'm going to pop in those inserts. And I have used these. So let me make sure I'm not sharing all the personal stuff. So that's all up at the front. And then this is the insert itself. It's a really nice insert. So I really like that. And then that's the back side here. This insert has a section for attendees, agenda, date, time, location, meeting type, objective, next meeting, a dot grid section for notes, and then there's a section down here to create a list. So like that. And then on the back side, it's got a line section going completely across, and then it has a column like dot grid section there. The next section that I have here is projects. So this one I also have put together. I love this girl. She's so beautiful. I've had her in my planner forever. I think I got her a few years ago. And then I also got this dashboard with her, and I just love the way that that looks together. And I love that what it says, to make living itself an art, that is the goal. So, and then I have this really pretty floral paper clip, and you can see that I have used this quite a bit because I have it already like put together with the washi on the back side, my little flip that I do for every tab. And then this is my project notes inserts. So I have, let's see. Okay, I can pop that all in. I can't share it with you. All right, so now things kind of changed up a little bit here towards the end. Let me go back for just a moment. I do have my last like section here of home, and then things got a little bit different over here. I've got the meetings, the projects, and then like I said, these came in a trio, and the next one was notes, but I did not need that notes section because I'm using a different notes tab up front here. But this also kind of changed a little bit. So these are still like sections, but there are no subsections to them. And then this very last part of the planner that I'm going to be putting in here has to do with budget and expenses. And this also came in a trio. Let me see. I think I could share. Yeah, I could share this one. I haven't clipped it. So here is the actual top tab dashboard itself. And it's frosted. It came with 3 budget, expenses, and honestly, I forget what the other one was, but I used that tab and use in a different place over here. So this bottom tab was actually the third of this trio that we got at one point for budget, expenses, and then like I said, I forgot what it said on the last one, but I did take off the heading, and I did that with a little bit of acetone, a little bit of acetone and a little bit of muscle, and you can easily take off any of the headings that are pre-printed on the dashboards for you. So just so, again, another little tip. I'm going to load this, and then we'll go back. We'll go to the next section and just after I'm done, but I've got personal information in here. Okay, that one is loaded. Okay, so now the next one is expenses. Okay, yeah, and I went ahead and I have this in a way where you can't see my personal information because I have a blank one on the top, but I'm bringing in this beautiful dashboard. I love this. This girl is so pretty. This other one, actually, I'm going to go back for a second. This one, I forgot to go over this one with you. This painted girl, I love her. I've had her in my planner since I got her as well. So I've had her for a couple of years. And then this vellum looks so pretty paired with her. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. And I have this really pretty like flower clip with that. Now this one, I moved her. I had her somewhere else, but I wanted to keep her in my planner. So I'm bringing her back here. I'm going to put her with my expenses, but I don't think I'm going to put a clip with her. I don't have a card to use, but if I do decide to do that, then I can do that at any time. Okay, and then I have my recurring bills, and I have other notes and things like that in here. So that is all private. And then I have my back dashboard, if you remember seeing that one at the front, and I'm going to put that one here in the back. And this beautiful cover. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. So these are 2-inch discs. They are the chocolate. I do have room for a little bit more, so that's good. I actually did take out a section in here because I'm going to be setting up a different planner with the items that we're going to be receiving in the July subscription box. So not to jump ahead too much, but what is coming down the line in the subscription boxes, I mean, it's already like chef's kiss, but I mean, it's just like the next level. I mean, it's total next level for subscription boxes. Her and her team are amazing, and what they include in the boxes is just amazing. So if you are not familiar, you're interested in checking it out, highly recommend that you do that. I have like every unboxing here on my channel under the Jane's Agenda playlist. You can see how it has definitely evolved. It's been quite a journey, and I'm so happy to be a part of it because I absolutely love, love, love everything from her shop, and super excited to continue getting the subscription boxes and sharing them with all of you, and my setups and how my planners evolve, because planners definitely evolve. I'm going to just do kind of like a quick little flip here, so you could kind of see how it all came together. I have my inbox, my personal with all my little subsections, my notes section, which I use all the time, my home section, which I have been using a lot because I'm in the middle of like just resetting my home. So this insert has been amazing. And then I have just like other things at the back here for meetings and projects and financial things. You have a planner that is super thick and you are just like tired of having that super thick planner and you're like carrying it from your home to work or just around town type of thing. You want to simplify your planner system, go through, take an inventory, pull out the things that are important, but you don't need every day. You don't need to carry them around. You don't need to take them to work. That is a great way for you to kind of figure out for yourself whether you might need a reference planner and have something separate to just have a great place to go to. And this has worked out really, really well for me. And like I said, it is not something that I planned for myself. It just evolved into this. And I am really, really happy with it. So moving forward, you're going to be seeing a little change up with my planner systems. If you've been following me for a little while, I have had a reference planner for a little bit. And then I have another Jane's Agenda planner. And I'm now going to be bringing in yet a third Jane's Agenda planner. So I'm really excited. I'm super excited about like the change up of the season. So I'm kind of got things a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, just a nice refresh of my planner system. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, got a little bit of tips and ideas for yourself. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. Be happy to answer them to the best of my ability. I am an affiliate and I do have my affiliate link down below, and the product links that I do drop below will be affiliate links. And thank you so much to those of you that have already used my affiliate link. I know many of you have, and thank you so much for thinking about using it on your next purchase. And as I said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to do all of the things that YouTube loves. Give me that thumbs up. Be sure to be subscribed, and that has nothing really to do with what YouTube loves. That's really to make things convenient for yourself. If you liked what you saw here today, if you had some fun times spending time here with me, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you will know when I post items, and make sure you drop a comment down below. Let me know, are you a subscriber? How many planners you're using? if your planners are working for you, I would love to know. So drop that down below. I love having like conversation with you, planner chat in the comments. And thank you again so much for joining me in today's video. If you watch this all the way through till the end, leave me an anchor emoji. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.